President Biden is going to be signing an executive order dealing with criminal justice reform. The George Floyd family is going to be there. Tomorrow is the second anniversary of the death of George Floyd. We have not gotten any details so far, Lauren, on what this executive order looks like. But I'll be perfectly honest. I mean, look, I get it why you're waiting for the anniversary, but me personally, the White House should have been a hell of a lot more aggressive in December when Senator Tim Scott scuttled this whole thing. What they should have done, they should have actually said, we're calling all the families, we're calling Scott, Lindsey Graham, McConnell to the White House and say, no, we're going to sit here, sit them across from each other, try to hammer out this deal. I get trying to work on your executive order, but that was almost 6 months ago. There was a different way to actually do this. And sure, you may have still not resulted in a bill, but I frankly think the White House was way too passive on the George Floyd Justice Act.
Yeah, there's no passion there for that. And there's no, the White House doesn't seem to really care about this. We did watch the president at the State of the Union get up there and say that we don't need to defund police, we need to fund police. And we had Marjorie Taylor Greene cheering that on when he said it. It feels to me like James Carville is in there, is in the president's ear, the sort of idea that you're going to attract that mysterious unicorn, white, middle-of-the-road voter going into the midterms. That doesn't make any sense. Allowing Anita Dunn to apparently talk everybody out of working on voting rights when he first came into office doesn't make any sense. And none of this makes any sense, of course, too, right after Buffalo. And then you're going into the midterms. And then the president's approval is in the tank. So one would think that he would be focused on the #1 voting base in the Democratic Party. Of course not, right? It makes no sense. It makes no political sense. They're always trying to, the Democratic Party is always trying to please everybody, always trying to get everybody, instead of picking a part of their base that they definitely need to show up to win in a lot of these locations, these crucial states and congressional districts. Instead of doing that, they're going to try to please everybody. So I don't get what the overall strategy is. I have no idea what this thing is. As you just said, I heard about it and he's signing it tomorrow. I'll probably maybe even go to the White House and see what it is. I can't find any substance with regard to what exactly it is that he's signing. So that's problematic. And particularly on the heels of Buffalo, it's problematic.
There was a White House call, off the record call, around a background call around 6 p.m. today, Mustafa. But I would think that if you're going to be doing this, you would actually have reached out to many of us in Black-owned media and others, right, and sort of seeded the ground over the past week leading up to it, as opposed to, frankly, just having a call the day before.
Well, just some real talk. If folks want to continue to take folks for granted, then folks not going to show up for you. And right, people just keep, I want to say this in the most respectful way. Folks continue to pimp our communities. They continue to pimp almost every element that exists inside, of our whole environment. But yet they continue to, say, well, I love you. I love you, and just expect that that's going to be enough without there being any substance. So you just got to stop pimping folks. You pimp people's pain, and you pimp them in so many other ways, and then you just don't do the right thing. You never, ever, have the authenticity that's necessary for folks to trust you, for folks to want to stand in a voting line for 8 hours or 10 hours. Maybe it might be an extreme heat, or it might be an extreme cold, or it might be an extreme rain that's going on. You got to show folks love. And when you don't show folks love, then there are going to be repercussions for that. And as I said earlier, Black women are the heart of the Democratic Party. And of course, hopefully there are plenty of brothers who are standing authentically with our sisters as well. So start to show some real love, because if you don't, it's going to play out, and Rob, it's going to play out in a way.
Rob, I think the key that Lauren and Mustafa said is passion. Bottom line is, if you ain't got no passion, I'm sorry. The other side is extremely passionate. Oh, they are fired up. And so you got to actually show that. You got to show that you actually give a damn. I mean, hell, at least fake it.
Well, there's a couple things that Republicans are really, really good at. I think you have to pay attention to it if you want to succeed. One, they play to their base. I don't care what the base of the Republican Party believes. If it's in the QAnon conspiracy chat room, that becomes the official policy of the Republican Party. They listen to exactly what you say, and they're going to do it. Like, point blank, period. I don't care what it is. If they say that there's a pizza restaurant where they're trafficking children as part of the Epstein plot, you'll hear Ted Cruz say that during the Senate hearing. Secondarily, they don't give a damn about whether or not they got a majority. You saw what Trump did. I want to build a wall. We won't give you wall money. Okay, I'll take the wall money. Done. Oh, I want to do a Muslim ban. You can't do a Muslim ban. All right, I did a Muslim ban. See if you can do something about it. Done. And I think that many people in the black community will love for Democrats to take that exact same approach when it comes to black people's people issues. I don't care how crazy it is. At the end of the day, you're going to need the black vote and quit trying to attract this mythical Sarah Palin hockey mom from Minnesota whose granddad voted Democrat because he was in the union and thinking that she's going to come back. Admit to the browning of America. Admit that brown and black people in the South are going to be the new power base of the Democratic Party, not cold white people in the upper Midwest as they were when your dad and granddad were around, and actually push for them and fight for them just as hard as President Trump is fighting for his MAGA base. The same way that Trump is traveling city to city, doing putting in candidates, fundraising, doing rallies every single weekend. I would love to see President Obama or President Clinton or literally anybody else doing the exact same thing for Democrats right now. And there's no reason they can't be doing it. They just don't feel like doing it. And then we're going to get down to GOTV and they're going to blame black men again, saying, well, if you guys had just turned out more for no apparent reason, then we would have won, and this is all on you, and not recognize the lack of groundwork they're putting in to actually encourage people to go vote for them. You can't simply say Trump is evil and make that your entire campaign strategy again.
All right, folks, back to our Roland Mark Unfiltered video in just one moment. Folks, Black Star Network is here.
Hold no punches.
I'm real revolutionary right now.
Support this man, Black Media. He makes sure that our stories are told.
Thank you for being the voice of Black America, Roland.
Stay black. I love y'all.
All momentum we have now, we have to keep this going.
The video looks phenomenal.
See, this difference between Black Star Network and black-owned media and something like CNN.
You can't be black-owned media and be scared.
It's time to be smart.
Bring your eyeballs home.
You dig?